Can Brainiac just get here already? Seriously? Welcome to Durbania, I'm Durbin, and this is my spoiler talk for Krypton Episode 3, The Rankless Initiative. This show is good, but is not really great to me. There's nothing really, negative or so bad that makes me want to stop watching. But this week, I did completely forget I had an episode to watch. So I just watched it. Here I am to review it. The episode really wasn't that bad. There was a few interesting things going on there. Lita Zod and seg-el, their relationship continues to be interesting because, they're having their secret love affair. Well, they probably haven't been having their secret love affair since their lives have changed here. But nonetheless, it's part of their past and part of their history. And now she's climbing the ranks in the military with the government and she's trying to affect change for the better. I mean, she challenged that, stupid dude, that doofus last week, and, defeated him, so now she can lead this troop, and hopefully find Black Zero without, destroying the Rankless in the process. And, they're commanded to go search this area. And so she's trying to be like, hey, we're going to go search this sector, but don't you dare shoot the Rankless, beat the Rankless. No, we're going to go in there with honor. So it's interesting to watch her try to affect change, and then her mother, hey, you've been given an order, don't you dare disobey it. You better get down there and you better, take care of this stuff now. So, it's kind of interesting to watch her battle and her struggle to make a change and do things better. And so she has to do it, within the system. So there's this whole set of compliance that she just, has to do. But then at the same time, she's trying not to break direct orders, but do things differently so that the Rankless aren't killed for no reason whatsoever. And so, so it's kind of interesting watching her journey, and it's she and seg-el kind of had that relationship in the past, so now it's kind of I don't know. Am I watching them drift apart, or am I just watching a challenge to their relationship and their friendship? So, it's kind of interesting, and I also don't care as much. The other thing that is, the thing that has me the most interested is Brainiac. Could this guy just arrive already, please? He hasn't really even been on the show, and by far and away, he's the most interesting character. I mean, last week they found that little rock, but really what it was a, thing that he's sending out to see, is this planet good for me to collect and take? And inside the little rock thing is a parasite, so the parasite goes out and it takes a host. Through that host and its memories and its experiences, it goes, is this planet worthy? So I thought that was going to be interesting, because it's going to be oh, okay, so who's the host? Who has the parasite? Who's been walking around a parasite of Brainiac and we didn't know? Now, they didn't keep that as a surprise. But what they kind of did was break your heart a little bit, because you have this character, Rom, and she has this cute little blonde girl, and, this little blonde girl, all she has is her mom, and her mom, just to make some money, goes out into the Badlands to find, whatever things they can find to sell on the black market, and she gets possessed by the Brainiac parasite. So it's actually kind of heart-wrenching, so that was kind of interesting. But what was really interesting was when the Brainiac parasite thing took her over, because she ended up with great strength. She was turning kind of greenish, kind of like, Brainiac is in the few shots that we've had of him. When, Lita Zod has to lead her troops through this sector to try to root out Black Zero. It just so happens to coincide with the time that Rom gets possessed, and she takes out 3 or 4 of these troops so that she could go accomplish what she's meant to accomplish. She walks into this communication room of sorts, and this is the most Brainiac I've seen this character so far, where she took all these wires and plugged them into herself and starts to upload and send signals out to Brainiac that Krypton is a good planet to collect. And seg-el has to go up to, his former girlfriend here, Lita, and be like, could you please give me an EMP bomb? I forget what they called it, but for all intents and purposes, it's an EMP bomb, so that hopefully he can knock out, Brainiac inside Rom and hopefully save her. But it turns out Brainiac is keeping her body alive, so can they get this Brainiac parasite out and have Rom live? So to me, that was the most interesting part of this episode. And just like Brainiac is keeping Rom alive, Brainiac is just keeping this show alive for me. He is the most interesting, and I'm excited for when this dude arrives. Because with this build-up they're doing for Black Zero, we're building up between some sort of battle between Krypton's government, Kandor's government, and Black Zero. We're building up to that. Plus, we're building up to some showdowns between, their religion, where you have the voice of Ra and stuff like that, versus Black Zero. But Brainiac is going to bring an interesting challenge here, because this is going to be a global threat. And you know they're going to have to unite. They're not going to like it, but they're going to have to because they're going to need each other and they're going to need each other's resources to take out Brainiac. So really, I just want us to get there. That's where I want us to be with this show. Let's have Brainiac get here so that the whole world knows that they're in jeopardy, and let's just really kick this off from right there. I've gotten the background I need. Come on, Brainiac. Come. I just need this to happen. So, as you're watching Krypton, how do you feel about this show so far? I don't love it. I don't hate it. I'm still kind of on the fence, but I'll be back next week to see how much closer we are to Brainiac finally arriving. So what do you think? Let me know in the comments, and while you're there, hit the subscribe button to become a Durbanian. Hit the bell by the subscribe button so you're notified the next time I drop a theological analysis, movie review, ranking video, how they should have done that, or anything else I do here. I'm Durbin. Thanks for checking out Durbania.